Hello, my name is Jordanna Matlon, and today I would like to tell you about my article in Antipode called Narratives of Modernity, Masculinity and Citizenship Amid Crisis in Abidjan, Sorbonne. What was known as the Sorbonne in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire had its informal beginnings with the loosening of first President Félix Houphouët-Boigny's one-party rule in the 1980s. A sort of people's corner, men gathered to talk politics, religion, current issues, and more. Eventually it settled in a city block-wide space with an adjacent market and plateau, Abidjan's center. Developing an internal structure, the Sorbonne came to confer degrees so that its most popular speakers were called professors. In 2000, President Laurent Gbagbo was elected, and a civil war began in 2002 that lasted until 2010. These events led to the Sorbonne becoming, by 2004, a propaganda outlet for Gbagboists and southern-based autochthonous nationalists positioned against political rival Alassane Ouattara and what they dubbed an alliance of northern rebels, Burkina Faso and France. President Ouattara took power after contested elections in 2010, and in 2011 the Sorbonne was razed. I conducted fieldwork between 2008 and 2009, examining masculine identity and underemployment in the post-colonial African city. Abidjan was important because it was a regional hegemon, attracting a substantial migrant population and long considered the Paris of West Africa, with close relations to France and a French identity, all points of deep pride among Abidjanese. I conducted fieldwork at the Sorbonne because it was much more than a political space. Each day, hundreds of men gathered to talk local and global issues with a spin, and in doing so generated a community of insiders. Many of these men had little else to do in their day, so they passed working hours at the Sorbonne posturing a hyperbolized masculinity, adorned in suits and briefcases, reading newspapers, and commissioning shoe shines. The article is broken in two parts, with the first providing context around informality and the crisis literature in urban Africa. The second examines how Sorbonne narratives explored and contested the crisis under the rubric of what I call politics, poverty, and penises. My argument falls into three major themes of center and periphery, work and the informal economy, and the breakdown of the miracle and crisis. Each intersects issues of modernity, masculinity, and citizenship. I situate my observations within the framework of the crisis, arguing that men use the space to literally and ideologically center themselves in their country from the urban and global periphery. I hope you enjoy my article. If you'd like to learn more about my experience at the Sorbonne and conducting fieldwork in Abidjan generally, I have a forthcoming article in Ethnography Journal. You can also check out an op-ed I wrote about the Sorbonne propagandists during the 2010 post-electoral conflict in the magazine Africa Report. Lastly, I provide links to two great videos about the Sorbonne available online. Thank you for listening.